Hello, you beautiful people. Today I wanted to do something a little bit different, which is react to a Bleacher Report trade article. If you've never checked these out before, they're kind of fun to look at, just think about hypothetical trade situations. And as you guys can see, today the one we're going to be looking at is NBA trade ideas for every team 1 month before the deadline. So the article is by Dan Favell, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, and I'll link it in the description in case you want to check it out for yourself. So before we begin, feel free to like and subscribe if you want to. It really helps the channel out, and also join the Discord if you want to talk about fantasy basketball or NBA stuff. That's also going to be in the description, and with that being said, let's just jump right into the list. Alright, so we're starting off with the Atlanta Hawks. So, they're saying the Hawks get George Hill, and the OKC Thunder get Tony Snell and a first-round pick. If I'm the Hawks, why am I doing this? I already have Rondo as a backup point guard. My whole team's been hurt, so it's not like our record is that reflective of where we're going to be at. I just don't really see what they gain from giving away a first-round pick. Don't get me wrong, George Hill's a good player and all, but if I'm the Hawks, I'm not doing this deal. But obviously, if I'm the Thunder, I am, because you already own a million draft picks, so why not get one more? Alright, next up, my Celtics. So, trade 1, James Ennis for Carson Edwards and Romeo Langford. Why the hell would I want James Ennis? Why would the Celtics take that? That's terrible. What do we... No. That's an immediate no. That's probably that's one of the worst trades I've ever seen. And trade 2, we get Evan Fournier for a first-round pick. I wouldn't mind that. I mean, I don't think it's going to take us over the edge or anything. We kind of already have a pretty set backcourt. We kind of really need a big man, so I guess I'm passing on this trade if I'm the Celtics, but I can certainly see some potential there. If we go on to the next player, Brooklyn Nets, who I see Aaron Gordon. I'm liking that. So the Nets get Aaron Gordon, and the Magic get Claxton, Dinwiddie, and Shamet, and a second-round pick. If I'm the Nets, I'm definitely doing this. I mean, these three guys aren't really contributing to your team right now, and we all know the Nets are kind of in win-now mode, so definitely taking this trade if I'm the Nets. And if I'm the Magic, I mean, you get two promising young players. Dinwiddie's a really solid player, so I mean, yeah, I'd see if you can get any better offers for Gordon, but if not, I don't mind this trade as much. I can see both sides winning in that one. And if we move on to the Charlotte Hornets, Mo Bamba the GOAT. So the Hornets get Mo Bamba, and the Magic get Malik Monk, Vernon Carey, and a 2023 second-round pick. That's an interesting one, because the Magic have just completely given up on Mo Bamba. I mean, they're not even really playing him anymore. He's playing behind Kem Birch, and they just don't really need him, so I get why they make this trade. I mean, Malik Monk, really solid player off the bench. Looks like a proven scorer sometimes, and if they can just hone down his consistency, he's really going to be a nice player. So if I'm the Hornets, I guess I do this. I mean, they don't really need Malik Monk. They have a lot of backcourt traffic. And if I'm the Magic, I mean, you're not using Mo Bamba anyway, so you might as well trade him, honestly. If we move on to the Bulls, so the Celtics get Garrett Temple for Carson Edwards and Javonte Green. I mean, if I'm the Bulls, I mean, I guess Garrett Temple hasn't been a huge producer for you guys this year, and I mean, the Celtics, Carson Edwards and Javonte Green, they're all right. I mean, I wouldn't want to trade them for Garrett Temple. I mean, just because they're young, I want to see what they can do. And the next one, Celtics get Thad Young, and the Bulls get a 2021 first-round pick. I mean, I don't mind this trade for the Bulls and the Celtics, I guess. I'm all right with this one. I mean, the Celtics could use a solid big like Thad Young, and the Bulls could use another pick. So I guess I'm okay with trade 2 on this one. And yeah, let's go on to the next one. Andre Drummond. So the Cavs get James Johnson, Dwight Powell, a first-round pick, and the Mavs get Andre Drummond. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm okay with this. I mean, Andre Drummond's trade value can't be that high right now. I mean, we all saw what he got traded for last time. It was Fawn Maker or John Henson and Brandon Knight or something. So if you can just get off his contract at this point, get something in return. I mean, they're getting a first-round pick, so I can see why they'd do this. And from the Mavericks, I'd also see why they do this. You might as well take a shot on getting Andre Drummond while you can. And yeah, not the worst trade in the world. Another one going on to the Mavericks. So the Mavericks get Oladipo, Houston Rockets get Josh Green, James Johnson, and that 2025 first-round pick. Similar to Drummond, I mean, Oladipo's contract's up at the end of the year, so his value also can't be that high, and it's not like they're giving up a lot for him, so it's kind of like an experiment, see if it works. But if I'm the Mavericks, I mean, Oladipo's kind of said that he wants to go to Miami next year, so it might not be worth it to give up a young player who hasn't looked that great, honestly, so far in my opinion, for someone that might be leaving at the end of the season. So I definitely wouldn't do that one if I'm the Mavericks. The Denver Nuggets. Denver Nuggets get Iguodala and Duncan Robinson, and the Heat do Will Barton and Bol Bol. why would the Heat do this? Like, what? Why would the Heat trade Duncan Robinson and Andre Iguodala for Will Barton and Bol Bol? Like, I love Bol Bol, don't get me wrong, but I just don't really see why the Heat would do this at all. I mean, I get why the Nuggets would do it. They're getting a really good shooter, a solid perimeter defender, proven veteran, but yeah, I just don't really see any reason for the Heat to want to trade Duncan Robinson and Iguodala. Oh, then we move on to the Pistons, and if it isn't the GOAT, Mason Plumlee. So, Detroit gets Terrence Davis, Patrick McCaw, a first-round pick, and the Raptors get Mason Plumlee. Is it just me, or has Detroit had like a sneakily good rebuild this year? I mean, they kind of went about it in an unorthodox way because they signed a bunch of players for stupid contracts, which looked stupid at the time, but now they're sort of in a position to flip those players for first-round picks and stuff, so maybe it'll all work out. In terms of this trade, I mean, it's whatever. Terrence Davis, I mean, he had that charge for beating his girlfriend. I don't know if it happened or not, but not a good look for your team. He looked all right in his rookie season, but I don't know if I want to give up a first-round pick for Mason Plumlee. That seems like kind of a lot for a guy who's like in his 30s and on an expensive contract, so I'd probably reject this one if I'm the Raptors, but if I'm the Pistons, I mean, you might as well take it. Zach Levine. So we're on to the Golden State Warriors now. The Bulls get Kelly Oubre Jr., Eric Pascal, Minnesota's first-round pick, Minnesota's second-round pick, 2023 pick swap, 2026 first-round pick, and the Golden State Warriors receive Zach Levine. If I'm the Warriors, I'm doing this deal like today. Like that's a lot, like to get Zach Levine. But if I'm the Bulls, like if I'm trading Zach Levine, like I don't know if this is enough. Like Kelly Oubre Jr.'s looked a little bit suspicious a few games. Eric Pascal. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's an all-right haul, but I'd rather just hold on to Zach Levine. And then if I'm the Warriors, I mean, you got to think about how that's going to look when Klay Thompson gets back as well. I mean, I'm sure it could be all right, but if I'm the Bulls, I'm just going to hold on to Zach Levine, play it safe. So Houston Rockets. The Rockets get Tyus Jones, Xavier Tillman Sr., Justice Winslow, first-round pick, and the Grizzlies get Daniel House and Victor Oladipo. If I'm the Rockets, like I said, I just explore any trade you can get for Oladipo because he's clearly going to be leaving you at the end of the season. And if I'm the Grizzlies, no way in hell I'm trading these like promising young players for someone that's going to be leaving. So, yeah, I think that's the case with any Victor Oladipo trade. I mean, this doesn't really have that much value, honestly, so I definitely would avoid trading for him unless you can get him for next to nothing. And then if we move on to the Pacers, we got the boy MJ Rivers. Gotta love him. So the Pacers get Austin Rivers. New York Knicks get a second-round pick. I'm definitely doing this if I'm the Pacers. I mean, you're getting Michael Jordan himself. He can do nothing but improve your team. Austin Rivers for MVP this year. If you're in the Discord, you know. But anyway, Los Angeles Clippers. Okay, we got a 3-team trade. We got the Clippers get DeLon Wright. The Pistons get Terrence Ferguson, Terrence Mann, Mike Scott, and a first-round pick. And the Sixers get Ellington and Lou Will. All right, so if I'm the Clippers, I mean, Lou Will has looked a bit suspicious this year. He hasn't really looked like himself, but I don't know if I want to trade for DeLon Wright. I mean, he just got signed to that new contract, but he's not too solid of a shooter, and I think that's more what the Clippers need. They need spacing around Kawhi and PG. I mean, yeah, again, if I'm the Pistons, you get another first-round pick, so I'd do it if I was them. And then if I was the Sixers, I'd also take this trade because you're getting rid of, like, nothing really that valuable other than the pick for Lou Will. And they're kind of in win-now mode. The Lakers get Wayne Ellington for Alfonso McKinney. I mean, you're not going to spend too much time on this one. It's a pretty boring trade. Lakers get spacing. The Pistons get another young player. I'd do that trade. Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies receive Buddy Hield, and the Kings get Dieng and Winslow. I just feel like Buddy Hield has higher trade value than that. I don't know if I'd really want to move Hield for that low of a price. I mean, Justice Winslow could turn into a nice player, but I'd rather just stick with Hield. Miami Heat, Al-Farouq Aminu, Gary Clark, Evan Fournier. The Magic get Myers Leonard, Kendrick Nunn, KZ Okpala, and Kelly Olynyk. This is an interesting one. I'm probably going to not make this trade if I'm the Heat. I'd rather hold on to my young players. I mean, the only player that's like decent that they're receiving is Evan Fournier. And I'd rather just hold on to these young guys just to see what they can do for your team, honestly. Milwaukee Bucks. Bucks get PJ Tucker. The Houston Rockets get DJ Augustine, a second-round pick, and another second-round pick. I mean, I don't think the Rockets would do this because if you saw they wanted Duncan Robinson or Tyler Hero for PJ Tucker, so they're kind of smoking that good crack. So I don't think they're going to take DJ Augustine and a few second-round picks. So we'll just go ahead and move on from that one because it doesn't seem too realistic. The T-Wolves. This is a trade that I really want to see happen. I haven't even seen it yet, but if Aaron Gordon goes to the Timberwolves, I'm a huge fan of that trade. I feel like he'd be a great fit there, and the Magic honestly just waste him. So the T-Wolves get Aaron Gordon, and the Magic get Jarrett Culver, Juan Hernan Gomez, Josh Okogie. I mean, yeah, I'm doing this if I'm the Timberwolves. If I'm the Magic, I mean, it's probably not the best offer out there. You can probably get a bit more for Aaron Gordon, but you get a few young players, and the T-Wolves get Aaron Gordon. I think he'd be a great fit there, so I'd definitely make that trade. Pelicans, another Oladipo one. I'm not going to spend too much time on that. I wouldn't give up a lot for Oladipo just because he's probably going to be leaving at the end of the season. If we go on to the Knicks get J.J. Redick. Pelicans get Austin Rivers. Come on, another dude. If you get Austin Rivers, you're going to win the title this year. It's simple as that. I mean, if I'm the Knicks, might as well get some more shooting. I mean, J.J. Redick's kind of fallen out of the rotation. And for the Pelicans, so you might as well get like a microwave off the bench and the GOAT Austin Rivers. The Thunder, so they get Carson Edwards, Langford, Thompson, a second-round pick. The Celtics get George Hill, and the Magic get Jeff Teague. If I'm the Celtics, why am I doing this? I'm getting George Hill, but I'm giving away like 4 players. Like, no thank you. I'd rather Jeff Teague and George Hill. The difference isn't like crazy in my opinion at this point in their careers. So probably not going to make that trade if I'm the Celtics. If I'm OKC, I mean, might as well. You get some young players and a pick. And then the second trade, nope, I do not want Al Horford back. I love Al Horford, but that contract is absolutely disgusting, and I don't want him anywhere near the team. So just going to skip over that trade. Going to the Magic get Hernan Gomez, Layman, D'Angelo Russell, and the T-Wolves get Cole Anthony, Aaron Gordon, and Evan Fournier. The thing is, like, I like this trade for the T-Wolves, but if you make it, like, Towns is definitely going to leave because you already know him and Russell are really good friends, so that would definitely hurt their team if they traded him. If I'm the Magic, I don't think I'd want to do this particularly because I'd rather have Anthony, Gordon, and Fournier over D'Angelo Russell and, like, 2 scrubs, honestly. So, yeah, I definitely wouldn't make this trade. And we'll just go on to the next one. Philadelphia 76ers, another George Hill trade. Man, they really want to see him get moved, which I think he will get moved, but for the right price anyway. So the Sixers get George Hill. OKC gets Vincent Poirier, Mike Scott, a 2021 first-round pick. I like this trade. If I'm the Sixers, I'm definitely doing this. I mean, these 2 guys aren't really contributing to your team at all, and you don't really need that first-round pick. And, yeah, George Hill's just a really solid backup point guard. So the Suns get P.J. Tucker. Rockets get Javon Carter, Abdel Nader, 2022 second-rounder. I mean, like I said, the Rockets were asking for, like, Robinson or Hero for Tucker, so I don't think any of these trades are going to have a big shot of happening. I mean, I don't really think the odds are that high. And, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and skip over this one because I don't think it's going to happen. Excuse me. So, Portland Trailblazers, we got Kim Birch. So, the Magic get Ellaby, Harry Giles, second-round pick. I mean, if I'm the Blazers, I'm probably doing this just because, like, every year they just get to the playoffs and then they kind of lack in center depth and they have to play Cantor or someone that really can't defend it all, and then it's just a bad scene. So, Kim Birch is a solid backup big man to have on your bench, and these guys aren't really contributing right now, so I can see why you'd go ahead and trade them. If we go on to the Kings, they get Aaron Gordon and Al-Farouq Amino for Buddy Hield. I mean, I like this trade. I think this is great. This is a lot better value for Buddy Hield, and Aaron Gordon would be a really good fit on the Kings. I mean, Halliburton's kind of made Hield not that useful to the Kings organization, so I can definitely see why they want to move him so bad, but yeah, I think this is a good return for the Magic and for the Kings. The only thing is, like, I don't really know why the Magic want Buddy Hield. They already kind of have Evan Fournier. They're kind of a similar play style, but whatever. If we go on to the Spurs get Al Horford, Mike Muscala. OKC get Aldridge, Lyles, and a second-round pick. I mean, Horford and Aldridge, they're both kind of looking a bit washed at this point. Horford's still more solid, but Aldridge just isn't looking great. So if you're the Thunder, I mean, you're pretty much doing this deal for the pick, and you get Trey Lyles, who has, like, some potential as a young player. And if you're the Spurs, I mean, Al Horford's going to help your defense, and they're more of a win-now team for some reason, even though I think they should probably build around the young core. But whatever, I think I'd make this trade if I'm the Spurs. Next up, Toronto Raptors. I'm friends with a lot of Toronto Raptors fans, so I'm curious what they're going to think. So the Raptors get Danuel House, P.J. Tucker, who, again, looks like he's not going to be moving unless you give the Rockets literally liquid gold. But Terrence Davis, Pat McCaw, first-round pick. I get why the Rockets would do this as they get the first-round pick, but they're being pretty unrealistic with P.J. Tucker right now, so I don't think this trade has a high chance of happening. If I'm the Raptors, I don't know if I want to give up a first-round pick for P.J. Tucker because it doesn't look like they're going to be competing for a title anytime soon. I know some Raps fans will probably disagree, but I'd be realistic here. You got to get through the Nets and the Lakers, the Sixers and the Bucks. I just don't think your odds are that great, so probably wouldn't make this trade. The Utah Jazz, I don't know if there's a lot of trades they can make. Honestly, their team's pretty solid right now, but they get David Nwaba for Juwan Morgan and 2 second-round picks. I mean, I guess I'm wrong. If I'm the Jazz, I'm making this trade because David Nwaba's kind of a high energy guy off the bench, and Juwan Morgan's a bum. I'm sorry, I know he's young, but like when I've seen of him, I'm not impressed at all. He's kind of a scrub, and also it's only 2 second-round picks, so I mean, might as well take a chance on it. You're not losing too much, and you're getting a high energy guy. And then the last trade is going to be the Washington Wizards. So the Wizards get Josh Okogie, and the T-Wolves get Troy Brown Jr., second-round pick. I mean, you might as well. I mean, Okogie's been offensively limited in his career, but he's a really solid defender, and the Wizards desperately need defense because their defense is absolutely horrible. And yeah, I think that's going to wrap up the video. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This is something a little bit different, and I know it was kind of a longer video, so really appreciate you guys watching, and yeah, I hope you all have a great day.